All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the advantage and disadvantages of using a charter over just your regular 121 operators. There's a lot of advantages to the using a charter company. However, there is a one kind of big downside to it, and we'll get there in here just in a little bit. But for the most part, if you're looking to get like a charter, there's quite a few advantages, such as like the luxury of the aircraft. You're able to kind of choose which aircraft you have, what kind of amenities that you can kind of customize to. So that's a good thing, right? If you have, you can choose maybe TVs or leather seats, like stuff like that, right? And also, privacy is a big thing. You're not going to be interrupted by anyone. You have your own jet to yourself or your own aircraft, depending on how big of a company you really are. You get to choose the type of aircraft that you want, depending on how many people are going. You can get anything from small aircraft all the way up to larger size jets. Another thing is accessibility, being able to access a jet or access a aircraft whenever you need it, right? Compared to maybe an airline, or if you have an emergency, right? You can just go ahead and if you already have an aircraft lined up, you can go ahead and just grab one of those instead of having to book a ticket. We already talked about personalization, right? Being able to choose what kind of aircraft it is, the size it is, how many people it carries, maybe the kind of catering that they have, and whatever other amenities they might offer. But the big downside to it is going to be the cost. Depending on what kind of aircraft you are, it's going to cost an extremely more than your airline would if you were just kind of book a ticket through them. You're probably talking, again, depending on the kind of aircraft, maybe thousands of dollars an hour, but it all depends, right? Maybe if you're a bigger company, or depending on how much you value your time, right, that might not be such a big thing to you, right? You'd be willing to pay a little bit more, right? Depending on what you need to get done. But again, it's going to be a lot more costly than a 121 operator would be.